Think we're recording. Okay, yay, I'm so glad to see all of you tonight. Thank you for being here. I know we're all super duper busy and it's a midweek, or evening, and everyone's got all kinds of stuff going on. So we're gonna do product training. So I'm just gonna go through all of the products and talk about what they do. Hopefully you'll learn something that you haven't. I thought it was Martha. Okay. Hopefully you'll learn something you didn't know before, even if you've been around a while. And hi, Janice. Yay! Okay. And who else is? Amanda. Lisa's getting her hair done or something. I don't know. Oh, it looked like someone was. Okay. Sorry. I'll stop getting distracted by all of you. Okay, so we're just gonna go through all of the products. To really prepare for this, well, let me back up. The first place that I learned the most information about our products was just by watching Sonia Dudley's opportunity meeting. She has it recorded. It's like 40 minutes long, and there's a whole section in there that she does on products. And that's the way that I used to do opportunity meetings, and it was a lot of information, too much information for an opportunity meeting. I think people glaze over and it's too much, but it's a good place to go to learn and to hear it over and over again. She phrases things really nicely. So I've been out of practice on that, so I haven't, and I should have listened to it again just before doing this. But what I did listen to prepare specifically for this training was Jennifer Pickett's training call on the Destination Diamond Dream Team calls. So that is, I'll post the number later, but it's the same number that you dial in and you push the entry code, and then her phone call number is 21. So you push 21 pound, and it's Jennifer Pickett. She's a registered dietitian, and she has a lot of really good information about all of the products. So I'll go through kind of a lot of what she talked about, and I'll throw in other stuff that I've learned along the way. And then I'll definitely also talk about kind of some of the different effective ways that I've heard that either I take my products or that I've heard other people take it and have seen great results. Because all of our products are natural, and obviously every single body is different. You know, we all have fingerprints that are totally unique. So your body is completely your own. So you might, some people might react differently to different products, and because they're natural products, you really need to play around with how you take your products and all that. So we'll just get started. So I'm just gonna go straight through. So first we're gonna talk about Plexus Slim, because that's obviously our main product. You know what, the one product I don't have out here, which I should, originally, Plexus was a breast health company. So our only product we had two products for a very long time, and it was just the breast check kit and the body cream, which used to be called breast cream. So we started with that. We're not gonna talk a whole lot about it tonight, but I guess, okay, yes, I will. The breast check kit, which is in my purse right now, it is a little bubble. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but the bottom layer gently adheres to your skin, and the top layer glides freely. There's non-toxic lubricant in between, and what it does when you place it over anything, I show people with like a little bit of Sweet and Low or Splenda on a table. And so what it does is it magnifies the sensory touch on your fingers, so that when you're doing your monthly breast exams, that you can feel any lumps or bumps or any irregularities much better. And our kit comes with a little journal that you can keep track of anything like that you notice, and then you'll see it month to month if it changes, that kind of stuff. Obviously it's October, and I hope most of you know that it's breast cancer awareness, and we are offering a buy one get one free on the breast check kits all through October, and also 5% of the sales this month go to a National Breast Cancer Foundation. So that was our first product, was the breast check kit and the body cream, which again used to be breast cream, and then they found out that do they work good with breast implants? I don't know. I would think. I don't have any. Maybe we should try. Yeah, you let us know. So we had the one other product we had was breast cream, and they've changed it to body cream because they were finding that men and children and everybody, but men specifically, were using this breast cream in secret all over their body for different things like eczema, psoriasis, just dry skin in general, acne, any kind of skin condition, people were using it all over and it was helping. So they figured instead of getting, it used to be like a little pink jar, instead of men buying this pink breast cream and hiding it, that they just changed it to body cream and made it in this nice little pump. The body cream does have activated charcoal, which is really big because there's a lot of high-end stores now that are including activated charcoal in their products, and that's like the big special thing, and we've had it in our product for quite some time. It also has spirulina algae, which I need to do some more research on this just in general, but I've been seeing a lot outside of Plexus people, but about ingesting spirulina algae. A lot of health food people like to put it in their smoothies, their shakes, and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure exactly what it does to the inside of your body, but I would assume it sort of detoxifies and kind of, I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. Hi, Sarah. But spirulina algae and activated charcoal, those are the two big things in the body cream. And again, it can be used for I actually put it on my face sometimes. I know a lot of you probably do too. I'm trying to get rid of some stress acne, so I'm like super particular about what I'm putting on my face right now. So I stopped this, but it's not really greasy. A little bit goes a long way, and it's because it's a small bottle and it's pretty expensive, but you really don't need a ton of it. And it does have, it smells kind of strange to me, but it does have a little bit of a lavender. It has lavender in it. But it doesn't smell super lavendery. Anyway, so that's the body cream. Used to be breast cream. Okay, moving on to the Slim, which is where I wanted to go. So, Plexus used to be a direct sale, or is a direct sales company, but when they started, they just had the breast check kit and the cream, and that's not super consumable. So you're not going to make a whole lot of money when somebody buys a breast check kit that lasts for several years and they don't need to come back and buy from you again. So Alec and I can't think of his name. Anyway, our CEO and president came along. They actually used to be in Amway long ago. One of them was the highest seller in Canada. And if you know anything about Amway, I don't know the whole story, but I know that, it was a bad news bears. And he told us when he came to Rancho Cucamonga that Amway ended up somebody came in and changed the compensation plan. And it cut his income in half one month, and the next month cut it in half again, and continued, and basically had no more income, and it totally ruined his life. And so they came along. They were searching for a direct sales company to really revamp and do the right thing with. So their entire goal with Plexus is to do network marketing the way it can and should be done. They've been around the industry for a long time. They've seen what works. They've seen what doesn't work. And they truly make decisions that are in the best interest of our ambassadors and of the company's longevity. They're not going to do anything, crazy. And, they really listen to us. And I'll get to that when we talk about the X Factor. Okay, moving on to the Slim. So they came along and they're like, hey, this is crazy. People can't make money on this. So they were looking for a product. They bought Plexus Slim from Dave Brown. And originally, Plexus Slim was created for type 2 and pre-diabetics, but we've seen some awesome testimonials also from type 1 diabetics. And of course, you don't have to be a diabetic or have blood sugar issues, at least that you know of, to benefit from Plexus Slim. So the biggest thing it does is regulate blood sugar. It can lower cholesterol, lower blood sugar. It brings your lipids to a healthy level. And I want to talk about some of the science behind that. Why and how does it do all of that? I do want to mention too that that we always want to be very careful when we're talking to our customers or expressing things in the public view on Facebook, that kind of stuff, that we're not claiming to cure or treat any diseases. We don't do that. And if you're sharing testimonials on your Facebook, if they mention disease names in there, that's fine because it's their testimony. Just share the testimony and say how amazing it is or whatever, but do not reiterate the name of that disease and Plexus in the same sentence. You could do one or the other, but not both. Okay, so why does Plexus Slim work to regulate blood sugar and all that? The two biggest ingredients that regulate blood sugar are chromium and alpha lipoic acid. Those both naturally regulate blood sugar. For diabetics, when their blood sugar is out of control and they're having those high and low blood sugar spikes and dips, it's actually doing damage at a cellular level. And if that cellular damage actually builds up over time, and if you let those blood sugars remain out of control over a long period of time, you're going to have complications, and those complications can include liver failure, they can go blind, they can have neuropathy, they can lose limbs, fingers, all kinds of stuff. So really for a diabetic, having blood sugar out of control is a serious life-threatening issue. If you're not diabetic, we still really have to maintain our blood sugar in a pretty narrow, you know, I don't know what to call it, but a really small window that our blood sugar really should stay in to maintain good body functioning. So when your blood sugar is level and we're also not dipping and spiking, it lets your body function properly. Your pancreas, your liver, all of that, your kidneys function properly. And sometimes you'll hear glucose. People talk about blood sugar or glucose. Oh, sorry. I saw a hand raising. I don't know if they were if you're trying to ask a question, can you do it in the group chat? Okay. So I don't know if someone had a question, but I'll keep going. So when you're talking about regulating blood sugar, you're really regulating the glucose levels in your body, and we need glucose for vital functions. That's what our brain uses to function. And so if our blood sugar is out of control, that means our pancreas is going to be overworked. That means insulin levels are out of control. And we can become insulin resistant. Even if we're not diabetic, our bodies can become insulin resistant. And that means that then our bodies are using up the insulin instead of burning fat. So they're just storing fat and not burning it when your body needs energy. Okay, I hope I said that all right. So we all have probably heard that Plexus Slim, when you drink the pink drink, or you've experienced this yourself, that you get energy and your sugar cravings or your cravings in general are reduced. And that's from regulating your blood sugar. When your blood sugar is regulated, you're not dipping and spiking, you feel good all day long. Like you have a sustained energy. Obviously, we all know that when you haven't eaten for a while, your blood sugar drops and you are searching for something sweet to eat or a caffeine pick-me-up because you just feel like crap. And that's from your blood sugar being too low. So when you stabilize that, that's why we have that sustained energy and our cravings are gone. One of the other awesome benefits that most people get from Plexus Slim is improved sleep. And there are really 3 reasons that Jennifer Pickett was talking about that why Slim helps us sleep better. One, when our bodies are being efficient during the day, when our body is not overworked and we're functioning properly, then our body is more apt to be able to rest and restore at night. Blood sugar stabilizes, when your blood sugar stabilizes, it stabilizes your biorhythms, that circadian rhythm, that your body is in a good groove. And so obviously that means you're going to go to sleep, you're going to wake up on a more regular cycle. And then the third reason is that your body needs to sleep to be able to lose weight. So that's why when we're sleeping better, it kind of comes full circle. It's all intertwined and it helps you to lose weight. And for some people, we all have different things that are going to affect our weight loss. And it could be different for each person. And sleep is one of those things. Some people are not getting adequate sleep. And so when they start taking the Slim, they start sleeping better, then the weight is coming off. Okay. Another thing that people talk about when they start taking the Slim is having that mental clarity. And she talked about, and I didn't take good enough notes on this section, but she talked about that there is good medical evidence as to why why you have mental clarity when you start drinking the Slim. And again, it all goes back to blood sugar. So so like I said earlier, glucose is the only source of fuel that your brain can use. And so when your blood sugar is not having those dips and spikes, or when your blood sugar is having dips and spikes, then you're not mentally clear because your brain doesn't have the proper fuel. So you're in that fog, you're not quite there. And then when you have them regulated, have the blood sugar regulated, then you feel, just like your eyes are open. And then this is the really cool thing. So this I really want to put like a highlighter next to on my notes, because she talked about pain relief, and I've never understood how to explain this to people. But a lot of times, you know, people are like, oh, I'm in pain, or I have fibromyalgia, but so I just want to take the fast relief and the nerve health and stuff. But, you know, but I'm trying to tell them, no, you need to take all of it. You just take the Slim no matter what. And people are like, why? Okay. So the Slim can help with pain relief because of the alpha lipoic acid. Not only does alpha lipoic acid regulate blood sugar, but it's a natural anti-inflammatory as well. And we're finding more and more, there's more and more research out there that's linking inflammation, showing that inflammation leads to chronic disease and chronic pain. So that's how Slim can affect sleep, mental clarity, pain, energy, and cravings. Good to go? Okay, that's Slim. I'm trying to be as clear and concise as possible. Okay, so then we have Accelerator. Accelerator was designed specifically, is Jennifer Pickett. She's a registered dietitian. So Accelerator was designed to specifically to go with the Slim. It's not a standalone product. You don't really want to take it by itself. It was designed to go with Slim to boost metabolism. And some people will experience with this and boost. Some people will experience an increased appetite with this because you are boosting your metabolism. So if you think about it, you go for like a 5-mile run, you're going to be pretty hungry afterward because your metabolism is revving up. So the important thing is, if you have customers coming to you saying, oh, well, I feel more hungry, this is not working. Well, that is working. It's boosting your metabolism. But the important thing to do is respond appropriately. We need to retrain ourselves into thinking, okay, I'm hungry, then I need to eat a high quality snack with a lot of protein in it, you know, something healthy, not reach for more junk. There are a few kind of types of people that shouldn't be taking the Accelerator. One is if they have high blood pressure or heart conditions or any kind of like history of heart palpitations, that kind of stuff. Definitely need to check with a doctor before they do anything with the Accelerator. And if you're on an antidepressant or anxiety medication, you want to be careful too, because there is, I believe, a serotonin or something that reacts with serotonin in it. So you just want to be careful. 5-HTP. Yes. Thank you. I will say, just personally, my husband took this with his antidepressants and didn't have a problem. My mom, same thing. And I will say Sarah, I don't see her on yet, but Sarah Zott, she has a history of heart issues, heart complications, and she has taken Accelerator and Boost with no problem. So it's just be careful. But I always give them the warnings. They talk to your doctor, and then they can make the decision there. High blood pressure, no problem, and no awesome. Woohoo! Okay, so that's Accelerator. It's specifically designed to be taken with Slim. Boost is our other companion to Slim. Excuse me. Sorry. Again, you don't really want to take it by itself. It is a thermogenic. That is what makes it different from Accelerator. It's in the thermogenic category, and the Accelerator is a metabolism booster. This, I feel like it's stronger. Some people, again, because it's that fingerprint. Everybody's different. I can only take 1 capsule of Boost at a time, whereas with Accelerator, I take 2 at one time and no problem. So it just depends. And like, again, my best friend, Sarah, she takes Boost and says she doesn't feel any different than Accelerator. So, but it does seem a little more powerful. This has the, I can't think of the cactus name, but there's a cactus extract that the natives use that's in this. You can watch the video that the company put out on that one. And oh, the one thing I do have to say about these, especially now that we have the triplex combo, you want to start everybody on the triplex, which we'll talk about. And then these are specifically for, you know, if people are wanting to speed up their weight loss. So I wouldn't necessarily, now that we have triplex, it's kind of easier to suggest that. And they really should be starting with the triplex. And then if you know, try it for a month and they want to lose faster, then you can suggest one of these. These are great for plateaus too. So if you know, everybody's going to hit a plateau at some point. So you're not, no matter how amazing Plexus is, there's going to be a time where you're at a plateau. And so either switching up between boost and accelerator or trying to introduce one that you haven't before can potentially help you break through that plateau. All right, so moving on, we're going to go to ProBio 5. So I kind of, we'll talk about each of these, but we got to talk about ProBio 5 and BioCleanse together because they really work hand in hand. They are designed to work hand in hand. And the way that I like to explain it is, ProBio 5 is like the toilet bowl scrub brush that is getting all that gunk loose. It's scrubbing it away from the sides, okay? And then the BioCleanse is like the flush mechanism on the toilet. It's gonna release everything out. Okay, so specifically about ProBio 5. If you haven't already, I highly suggest looking into Lori Harrison and all of her videos. She really explains ProBio 5 and BioCleanse really well, and she's very passionate about educating people about fungus and yeast in your intestines, candida, and all of that. So I'm just going to do a quick overview, but it's really, I encourage you to dive into that because it's really interesting how much is connected to our gut health and what you can help with ProBio 5. But ProBio 5 and BioCleanse together address your gut health, and 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So inside within your gut, you have a balance between you're supposed to have some or mostly good bacteria. You're supposed to have 80% healthy good bacteria and about 20% bad, or not really bad, but yeast, fungus, that kind of stuff. For most people, that is completely reverse, and they have more bad bacteria than they have good bacteria. And especially like when we take antibiotics, which probably all of us have had at least a round of antibiotics at some point in our lives, antibiotics wipe out all that healthy bacteria. And what the healthy bacteria does in your intestines is it lines your gut. It's that first row of soldiers keeping all the bad stuff out. So when you wipe out all that healthy bacteria, then the toxins and the bad bacteria have a chance to perforate the lining of your gut and get into your bloodstream, which is a lot of what causes autoimmune diseases. They're linking that to leaky gut. So if you do some Googling, I would take a note right now to do some Googling later and Google leaky gut and then any kind of symptom or like autoimmune disease and just see what comes up. Again, most autoimmune diseases are connected to your gut health. So if you hear anybody with MS, fibromyalgia, lupus, all kinds of, rheumatoid arthritis, they need to be on ProBio 5 and BioCleanse along with the Slim, because we talked about that. It's an anti-inflammatory in the alpha lipoic acid. Okay. Okay. In ProBio 5, some people, if they are educated on probiotics and they're looking for a probiotic, a lot of people are really focused on the count, the CFUs or whatever they're called. In ProBio 5, we do have, 5, where are you? 2 million probiotics live cells. Go upstairs, please. There are probiotics out there that have a higher number of the cultures in there. And that's really because they don't have the enzymes that we do. They're throwing as much of the good bacteria in as possible because they know that in that imbalanced gut, most of it's going to get killed off because you have more bad bacteria in your gut than good. So what makes ProBio 5 different is the enzymes that are also in here. The enzymes are antifungal, and they're designed to break down the cellular structure of the bad bacteria so that it can be killed off and eliminated from your body. So it's killing off the bad bacteria in order for the good bacteria to be able to populate. So that's why we don't need as many in ProBio 5, because we're killing off the bad, replacing it with the good. Other probiotics are just probiotics, or just the good strains of bacteria. They just throw as much as possible into your gut because most of it's just gonna die and get flushed out. Okay. Speaking of flushed out, For anybody that is interested in starting their children on the ProBio 5, obviously, and if it's a customer, you want to tell them, you know, make sure you check with your pediatrician. I know beyond a shadow of doubt, they're just going to approve it, but just say that to cover your butt. When I took this to my kid's pediatrician, at the time I had already been giving them each a half a capsule because I really don't care what she says, but but I asked her about it and she said, yeah, that's fine. And they can each take a full capsule because with probiotics, she said, your body will eliminate whatever it can't use. So there's really no way to like overdose on a probiotic. So for young children, one whole capsule is fine. Look behind me. Yeah, that's my crazy dog. That's what they're in here to do anyway. So that's awesome. Oh, geez. Okay. Awesome stuff. Autism is another big one that Janelle can really speak to about ProBio 5 and autism. And I'm working with, I know he's huge. So yeah, autism, ADHD, again, those are both you would do for the stories, most of the testimonials that I've seen for autism and ADHD, if they're a younger kid, they'll take half a packet of the Slim and then they take the ProBio 5. Okay. Moving on to BioCleanse because we talk about these two together. So BioCleanse, so this is where I learned like the most information. And I learned from somebody else and I can't remember where I found that information, but this is what I learned from Jennifer Pickett. And I totally agree. When I started Plexus and I saw the BioCleanse, I totally pigeonholed it into, oh, this helps you with constipation. I thought, I don't need that. You know, my husband totally does, but I don't need that because it's just for constipation. But it is so much more. It actually oxygenates and detoxifies your body and your colon. So like we said, it's the flushes everything out. It is not harsh. It's not going to send you running to the bathroom. You can take it on a daily basis. It is super gentle. And I missed a lot of the scientific wording that she talked about, but basically the ingredients in here that make up BioCleanse, the process that they use to create it ends up like crystallizing oxygen. So if you think about it, it's like an ice cube that has air bubbles trapped in it. Have you ever seen that? Okay, so this oxygen is crystallized in the BioCleanse so that when it hits your stomach acid, it releases a large amount of oxygen into your body. Really cool thing about an oxygenated body is the research that's coming out on having an oxygenated body is really resistant to disease and cancer and that kind of stuff. The other thing that I remember, Janelle passed it along, and I don't remember where this came from, but somebody was talking about how when your cells don't have enough oxygen, they think that they're starving. Cells need oxygen to do their thing that they're supposed to do. And so if you have not enough oxygen in your system, your cells think they're starving, and it'll send hunger signals to your brain. So if you have somebody, again, that's saying that they're still feeling hungry or that they have an increased appetite, make sure they're doing BioCleanse, and then take it just how it says on the bottle, the 2 times, the 2 in between meals with a full 8 ounces of water. Once I get through everything except for the fast relief, I'll talk about how I take my stuff. Okay, moving on to X Factor. So X Factor is an amazing multivitamin. It's super high quality. For vitamins, they're rated on a scale of like 1 to 10, I believe, and Plexus uses vitamins that are only rated at least like 8 or above. So really high quality vitamins. And what sets this apart is the patented aloe vera blend in it and the New Zealand blackcurrant. The New Zealand blackcurrant is an extremely powerful antioxidant, which is amazing. And then the aloe vera in it, it uses 2 forms of aloe vera, the leaf and the gel. And there are studies outside of Plexus. There are studies that have shown that you can just Google it and see, but that have shown that when you take a vitamin, any vitamin with a high quality aloe vera product, that it increases the absorption. And I've seen some of the, like, I just looked up and found, like, in scholarly journals, the research on aloe vera and vitamins, like it listed each vitamin. And I mean, vitamin C and all these other ones increased absorption up to 300%. There were ones that were like 325%. So like mind blowing increased absorption with the aloe. The aloe, this is the wording that Jennifer Pickett used. I like it. It makes the vitamins and the nutrients bioavailable. Because if you're taking like a Walmart vitamin, your body can't break it down, it can't absorb it, and it can't use it. So it's really just a waste of your time and money to be taking a low quality vitamin. I think I laugh because I think about my step grandma who takes like 10 million vitamins and has a whole cupboard full of them. And I was taking like some cheap little vitamin. She saw me taking it and she's like, oh yeah, we call those toilet clinkers or something like that, because that's basically what it's doing. It's just going straight back into the toilet. You might as well just throw it there in the first place. So you want your vitamins to be able to be broken down, absorbed in your body. And that's what the aloe vera does. It makes those vitamins bioavailable so they can absorb into your system. I do want to talk about, sorry, it's empty because my kids love these. X Factor Family Chewables. I'm super excited because today they released the new blend. I know it's still got xylitol in it. I know, I saw that, but it doesn't have sucralose, so I got to do some more research. But so they released these at convention, and we were all pretty upset because there was sucralose in it, which is a fake sugar, and we all try to stay away from artificial sweeteners. They did come out and say that so the only difference between the X Factor and the children's chewables and the capsule is that the chewables don't have the aloe vera in it, but it does have the New Zealand blackcurrant. And so the statement that Plexus put out to us was that because it has the New Zealand blackcurrant in it, it's an antioxidant, that it would balance out any effects of the sucralose. I don't know if I buy it or not, but I let my kids take it. I hesitated for like a couple of months, and then I was like, they just need a vitamin. So they started taking it, and they love it. I'm going to think about the new formula because it does still have xylitol in it, but we'll figure it out. I do think, did they take out the dye? I didn't look closely. Okay, that was the other thing. There was artificial dye in these ones. So in the new one, they don't have artificial dye, which is awesome because personally, I've seen the research between like red dye and really any artificial colors and like ADHD and autism, that kind of stuff. And artificial dyes do not go well together. So yay, it's out of this now. Okay, so that's all of our main supplements. I'll still talk about Fast Relief, but really quick, xylitol is an artificial sweetener. You'll see it. I'm so mad. I was looking for gum for the airplane, and you can't get sugar-free gum. I'm sure if I went to like Sprouts or something, I could, but xylitol, it's spelled with an X. You can't, it's in all of the freaking gum. Drives me crazy. And I personally get a reaction, like I'll get diarrhea from chewing gum now because I'm off of artificial sweeteners, and I get an upset stomach. So I'm like, $10 at Sprouts, holy moly. Okay. So how I personally, that is crazy, but it might be worth it for the airplane ride. I'll tell you how I take my products, and then you guys can always share. Like, that's really what is good about our team pages, is that you guys can share how you're taking it and what works for you, because it might work for somebody else. Again, we're all different. So I wake up in the morning, I take my Slim and my X Factor together because I heard in another training that when you take, obviously this helps absorb the vitamins. You're going to take it with the Slim, so it helps the nutrients and everything in the Slim to absorb better into your system. So I take that first thing in the morning, and we were talking about this today. I don't get a stomach ache from it, and I think it's because of the aloe, because I've always gotten nauseous from vitamins, but I've got brave and tried it without eating, and I've been fine. So I take this, and then I drive to work, and then I eat breakfast at work, but you can do it however you want. Take this in the morning, and then once I eat, probably about 30 minutes later or whenever I remember, I take my BioCleanse, 2 BioCleanse and 8 ounces of water. I eat lunch. And when I eat lunch is when I'll take my Boost, because like I told you, I personally get a lot of reaction from Boost. So I don't want to get jittery. And I like to take it at lunch because it's a bigger meal for me. I don't usually eat a whole lot at breakfast. So even still, if I don't eat enough and I take the Boost, I'll get a little shaky. So I eat lunch and take my Boost, and then wait a little while and I'll take my BioCleanse between lunch and dinner if I remember, or at bedtime if I don't. And then again, then bedtime is ProBio 5, and I put this on my nightstand. I love taking 4. 4 works for me. I like it. I think I'm always just going to take 4 because it feels good to me. I don't know. But you can start with 2. That's what the bottle says. How many boosts do you take? Depends on what I'm eating. If I'm eating a significant meal, I'll take 2. But like if I'm just gonna have a salad, I just take 1 just to be careful. And if I need a boost later in the day, I'll take another one. Like an energy boost. I'll take a boost. Okay. Naked baby running through. Okay, fast relief. I want to go into fast relief and then we're just about done. The fast relief products are incredible. If you haven't tried them yet, you need them and just have them on hand. They're just amazing. So we have our 3 fast relief products. We have the cream, the capsules right here, and then the nerve health support. So we'll talk about each one. The main ingredients in both the cream and the regular capsules is Eterol, which is the extract of New Zealand green-lipped mussel. So it's really cool. They actually found there was research done on this tribe in New Zealand, and there was this tribe in New Zealand had never had a single case of arthritis. A documented case of arthritis. And so they were studying them and found that like 95 or something ridiculous % of their diet was this mussel. And what's really cool about the green-lipped mussel, it's one of the only things that is known of that actually contains all 18 of the known omega fatty acids in one package. So that's why it's so powerful. Yeah, so both of these products will help with pain from inflammation. And I thought this fact was interesting. 100 million people in the U.S. experience pain on a daily basis, and that's either chronic pain or just pain from an immediate, surgery or whatever. But so a lot of people are suffering. And so the cream is truly amazing. I use it for all kinds of stuff. We use it on my husband's back. He has back pain associated with his nerve damage, which he also takes the nerve health. We'll talk about that. I use it on sore muscles. Like today, I can barely walk because yesterday was leg day, so I use it on my legs. Anybody with any kind of arthritis, joint pain, they can rub it on. One of our teammates, Kimberly, a friend of mine, she had gout and arthritis in her knees, and she rubbed this on. She came to an opportunity meeting and rubbed this on. And within probably 10 to 15 minutes, she stood up off the couch and could walk normally. And she had been limping around for months and in pain and would stand up and just be completely stiff. And like I told her, okay, well, this is a temporary pain relief. So don't expect it to last very long. It ended up lasting her 2.5 days or 2 days in a wake up before her pain started to come back. So, it's pretty powerful, amazing stuff. Cool thing about this too, I also use the cream on, when I have a headache, which I rarely get anymore because of Slim, but, I'll put it on my temples and then across my forehead. And we do the same thing for Nate if he ever has a migraine. Temples and forehead. You can also put some at the base of your neck, depending on, you can just try it. But awesome stuff. The capsules. Okay, so same, it has the Eterol in it. It also has turmeric. I'm not sure how to say it. I say turmeric. I've heard people say turmeric. Okay, turmeric is in it, which is a natural anti-inflammatory, and it's got a shorter ingredient list. But again, it's mostly, turmeric, bromelain, and serapeptase. And again, so those are all anti-inflammatory. It can, the cool thing about this is these can be taken, it works right away. Yep. All the time for muscle pain. It totally does. The capsules can be taken on a daily basis. There's a regimen on the bottle that you can just suggest for if anybody has like ongoing chronic pain, like from arthritis or any kind of inflammation, then I would suggest that they follow the instructions on the bottle, because it'll tell them, it says extended use. Take 2 capsules 3 times a day for 2 months, then 2 capsules twice daily for 1 month, then 1 to 2 capsules twice daily. And that's to, it can, I have seen it happen, that it can completely eliminate pain, chronic pain from inflammation, but they have to take it on a regular basis. So I'm trying to get that through to my father-in-law, because he has inflammation in his knees and he's trying to run. Don't just take it when you're in pain. Take it every single day and it'll reduce that inflammation. But you can also take it, it can replace like a Tylenol or whatever, for headaches or aches and pains, that kind of stuff. It won't cause liver damage. So that is awesome. You can take it on a long-term basis and it won't cause liver damage like all of the narcotics that my husband was on. So praise Jesus. It's awesome. Nerve health support. This is truly amazing stuff. And I love what Jennifer Pickett in this training, effects of those with gout, the green lips muscle shellfish, and that is one of the nodes. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll have to talk to Kimberly. Thank you. Okay. Jennifer Pickett in her training was saying that if Plexus only had this product, she would still be an ambassador and be shouting it from the rooftops because of how amazing nerve health support is. I've heard other people say that there's nothing else on the market as far as over-the-counter or prescription drugs that can actually help to stimulate the regrowth of damaged nerves. Most of which I'm sure is with everything, but most of the medications are a Band-Aid for anything, really, but especially for nerve damage. Most of the time, people just get thrown painkillers to just deal with the pain. So the cool thing about this, she talked about the specific ingredients in here that they basically the ingredients in this provide all of the nutrients necessary for the nerves to regrow. And she also said that it stimulates the blood flow to the nerve endings, which helps them regrow, and it stimulates the production of nerve growth factor, which then can help the nerves to regrow. So if anybody with any kind of nerve damage or pain from nerve damage, like neuropathy, diabetics with neuropathy, she was saying cancer patients also experience a lot of nerve damage. Yeah. And then just anything from like injuries. So again, my husband has nerve damage in his back. So he hates taking all these pills and all that stuff. So finally I got him to where he's taking the nerve health on a regular basis. And so it's helping with that. And that's all of the stuff I have. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, you know what? Let me add one more thing that she was talking about, which I really, really like. She was just encouraging us to be really good about offering support and encouragement to our customers, because really that's what we're here for. And you can talk to them, don't always assume that when people are asking you about Plexus or that are taking your products that they're doing it for the same reasons or whatever reasons you think they're doing it, or just weight loss. But just ask them, what are your health goals, and help them reach those. And it gives you a better understanding of how to encourage them. Set realistic expectations, which I know we've talked about before. You want some cream? No. Okay, be quiet. Set realistic expectations. I like to under promise and let the products over deliver. So most people, it's taken a long time for their bodies to get in the shape that they're in currently, and it's not going to be an overnight amazing miracle success that they're going to be perfect in a couple of weeks. So really encourage them to stick with it, and make sure that we're talking to them about really taking a comprehensive approach and including good nutrition and exercise in with their Plexus regimen. And I love what she says. We're not selling lip gloss here, okay? These are life-changing products, so seriously be excited about what you have on your hands. You can sell somebody a lip gloss, but they're not gonna call you the next day or call you in a month and tell you, thank you for introducing me to this because it's completely changed my life and I have my husband back. They're just not when you're selling lip gloss. So be confident in these amazing high-quality products and just continue to learn all you can. Where's your, these are yours, huh? Show them, this is this one and your candy. But yeah, be excited about what we have and just help people and spread the love. I'm gonna end the recording and then we can